Now we are moving toward integration. Integration is a reverse process of derivative. Let's have an expression like that, x power n. This is integration sign, and this is the part of this integration sign, this and this dx. This whole is called integration of any function. This is our function x power n. If any function arises like this x power n, then we just take power rule of integration. This power rule of integration is like whatever here the power is, in the power 1 will be plus, and in its denominator this power will come out n plus 1. Like here I have done an example. If integration of x power 2 is taken, then here will be x power 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 plus constant of integration. Here constant of integration arises because we do not know in derivative process, differentiation process, what was the constant that became 0. Like we can take this like x power 3 over 3, x power 3 over 3 plus 2. Let's have this constant was 2. Let's assume this. If we will take derivative of it, d by dx, what would become here? Here 1 over 3 is constant, and this power 3 will multiply here, and in the power 3 minus 1 plus, for this constant we will have derivative 0. This 3 and 3 will cancel out, and here x power 2 will come out. As we can see, here we have taken the integration of this function x square. Then this turned out to be like that. That was exactly like something like that, x power 3 over 3 plus c. We have taken constant of integration. We can take any constant here like 2, 3, 4. It would turn out to be 0. Now this is the power rule of integration. We can have another example of it like this, 2x power 3 and 2 is above it. This would come up, and this will become 2x power minus 3, and this 2 will multiply with it. For this integration we have condition that whatever here function we have, its derivative should be here, its derivative should be present here. Like this is more specifically we can say that if here we have any function f of x, its power n, and its derivative is present here with it, multiplying with it, then here just power rule will apply. F of x power n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus constant of integration. This is our main function. Function f of x power n, and its derivative is present here multiplying with it, and this would become f of x power n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus constant of integration. Here this is our function, this is power, and this is its derivative f of x, and this power will go like that, minus 3 plus 1 over minus 3 plus 1. It would become minus 2. This would be our final answer for this. And but this rule applies, the power rule, for all values except minus 1. If there is value minus 1, then what would it become? If there is power minus 1, we can write it as 1 over x. We know that the derivative, from the derivative part, the derivative of natural log x was 1 over x. But integration of 1 over x or x power minus 1 would be natural log of x plus constant of integration again. When we remove this integration sign, we will add a constant here because we don't know what was the constant whose derivative was 0. Because this is reverse process, so we will add constant of integration here. And for question like exponential functions e power 2x, here e power 2x comes as it is, and the derivative of its power, like here it was k, this 2 was k in previous examples, this k will divide here. In integration, k will be divided. In derivative, k will multiply. So we can write it as, if e power kx dx, it would turn out to be like that, e power kx over k plus constant of integration. This was the basics of integration. We will use these in our complex problems. Now we are talking about the integration of trigonometric functions like sin x, cos x. We know that the derivative of sin x was cos x, therefore integration of cos x would be sin x. But if here arises some k like 2, then it will divide here like we have discussed in the exponential function. The integration of cos 2x would be sin 2x, and of derivative of this 2x would come down like this. Here simply k would be divided plus c. Here integration of sin x would be minus cos x, because derivative of cos x was minus sin, here therefore minus is included here. Again integration of sin 3x, this k would be divided here. Integration of sin 3x would be minus cos 3x, plus constant of integration will come here obviously. Now integration of secant square x would be tan x plus c, and integration of secant x tan x would be secant x plus constant of integration. Integration of secant x cot x is equals to minus cosecant x plus c, and integration of cosecant square x dx is equal to minus cot x plus constant of integration. These are actually the reverse of derivatives. The derivative of tan x was this, and derivative of secant x was secant x tan x. So in integration they would reverse all the formulas here. Now we will discuss the integration of expression like this, cos of 3x plus 4. We have seen in derivative portion that the derivative of sine of 3x plus 4 would turn out to be like that. The derivative of sine was cos 3x plus 4. The expression would come like it, and then again the derivative of this whole expression 3x plus 4, it would turn out to be 3. Like we will place the derivative of x like 1, and constant would be 0, and 1 3s are 3. Here this 3 will multiply. Like in derivative of exponential function, here that k was 9, and here 9 would multiply. Here this was multiplying, but in integration we will divide it. And in integration of cos of 3x plus 4 dx, it would turn out to be the integration of cos is sine, angle will come as it is, over this k would divide here 3 plus constant of integration. Again here in exponential function this k would be divided, here again this 3 would be divided here, and the integration of secant square 3x would be tan 3x over 3 plus constant of integration.